Hello there, my name is Angel Nadella Chino, and I want to talk about a very interesting topic for me, that is the cities. I want to talk about a comparison between two cities, that is the city of Montreal and the city of Puebla. First, I'm gonna talk about their extension. As we can see, the city of Montreal is bigger than the city of Puebla. The extension of Montreal is around 365 square kilometers, and the extension of the city of Puebla is around 206 square kilometers. We can see the difference between them, but also these two cities are very big. The next is the population. Well, the city of Montreal is the second more populated city in Canada, and the city of Puebla is the fourth more populated city in Mexico. So they are very big cities. Montreal has around 4 million people living there, and Puebla, their population is around 3.2 million. So they are very big cities, and there is a difference between them, but this difference is not too high. The next is the economy. The economy is very different between them because the economy of Montreal or Quebec, that is the province where Montreal is located, is very developed. And this is that they are focused on the third sector of the industry. So they are focused on services. And Puebla is focused on the industry, on the second and first part of the industry, that is the production of products. So we can see the difference between these two economies. The economy of Quebec is around $4,000 per person, and the economy of Puebla is around $5,000 per person. So the Quebecians are very more rich than the people living in Puebla. The next is the transportation. The transportation in Montreal is very different than the transportation in Puebla, and that's because Montreal is very close to some rivers. The ways of transportation in Montreal are the subway, the airports, the trains, the boats, the highways from the cars, the buses, and also in the bikes. In the case of Puebla, the most common way of transportation are the buses, but also they have a cableway, a train that connects Cholula and Puebla, and also the infrastructure for cars, for trains, and also for bicycles. The next are the buildings. The buildings of Montreal are bigger than the buildings of Puebla. The biggest building in Montreal is called 1250 Rue Lévesque, and in the case of Puebla, the biggest building is Platea Business Office. And also the style of the architecture in Montreal is called Neo-Gothic, and in the case of Puebla is called Baroque. And this is because of the country that was in power of this city. There, in the case of Montreal, was French, and in the case of Puebla was Spain. The next is the inquiry. The inquiry of this city's difference is in the case of Puebla is very older than the city of Montreal. And the city of Puebla was founded in the 1531, and Montreal was founded in the 1642. So we can see the difference between them, that is around 100 years. The next is the geography and the climate. The climate of Montreal is called continental wet, and they also have a very boring geography because these lands are very flat. But in the case of Puebla, they have a very interesting geography, and the climate is called mild. And the geography of Puebla is very interesting because they have very close some volcanoes and some mountains, like the Popocatépetl, like the Malinche, and also the Pico de Orizaba. And that's my presentation. Thanks for your attention.